kind of trendy. I don't know. I don't like super trendy items, but yeah, I bought that. Guys, do you guys like living spaces? Oh my gosh, they have the cutest things. And for lighting, now you guys are probably gonna hate this lighting. I wanted like oxblood lacquered stool, and it's out of my budget. Like all the nice designers, they're thousands and thousands, you know? So this lime wash may be an addiction.
Just pulled up to the house. Don't feel like getting out. I'ma just lay back and crack this window.
So I really do prefer more of a monochromatic look. I don't like a lot of busyness. Remember I was gonna do like an interesting mosaic tile in the niche? I am so glad that I kept it monochromatic. So we're not gonna use this. I feel it looks cheap, it looks tacky. We are gonna use chrome. See how classy? Will Temu still be advertising and shipping to us for cheap? I don't know. I really don't care. Okay, so if you're here for a review by Remedy from Dr. Shaw, stay to the end and I'll do an in-depth review, but for now, let's stick to DIY and decor. Okay, so we've made such good progress. I got my husband to tile this whole back wall, this whole wall. And so they were gonna charge us $1,500 to do this. And so I saved $1,500. Actually, I should say my husband saved $1,500. We got in so many like little arguments over it because he doesn't really have a lot of time. So I was just trying to be like, because he's only here like 4 days out of the week. And when he's here, we're all fighting for his attention. The kids, me, you know, and so he only has so many hours in the day. I wish there were like 3 of him. So I wanted to pay somebody to do it so he could have time spending with the kids, quality time. But he's like, you just want to spend money. So anyways, he did it. It took a couple weekends, but he did it. And he did such a good job. He did it like the professionals. All right, so I'm gonna mix my grout. I have this color, I think it's called Snow White. See this grout? I'm just gonna put it in line for line. That's all I can really do. Not gonna lie, I really do love lime wash. So what if I just do it again? Okay, so I already did it, then I painted over it, now I'm gonna do it again. I'm just crazy, okay? I am loco. So the second coat of lime wash is drying. Everybody loves the color Alabaster, which I have on my ceilings, but this color Lime Wash by Sherwin-Williams is really nice because it's like warm, but yet cool. It can lean either way. It's kind of like a putty tone and it matches really nicely with these tiles. Okay, so the lime wash is drying again. And I think this is gonna have a better turnout than last time because I have a base coat, which looks like lime wash, but it's not. It's Sherwin-Williams. Then I went over with the Vasari plaster lime wash. And so it won't look so spotty and choppy because the under layer kind of matches the top layer. And also, instead of doing a color drench, I just did the baseboards in the paint because I need to be able to wipe them with the mop, and it's just way more practical. Guys, look what just arrived. My rug. I've never purchased a rug this big, and I got it on sale. I hope it's not one of those situations where you get what you pay for. So if you've been following me for a while, you know that I've had plenty of different rugs in this sunken living room, and they were all just kind of small. Usually I'd go to Home Goods, and it's like when you find a rug you like on Home Goods, first of all, if they only have a display model, you cannot buy that one. Oh, actually, no, not Home Goods, World Market. They will not sell their display ones, and when they look in the back, they always have small sizes. If you go to Home Goods, you can find a good rug, but I needed one that was really big because I had gotten comments where people say the air rug is too small, and I completely agree. But it's always like a cost factor, a convenience factor, and when you go online and you try to find a rug that's like super big, they're thousands. So I went to Rugs Rugs USA, no, rugs.com, and I got one for like 300 bucks, 13 inches. I think it's not quite the color that I wanted, but I'm settling. This is one of those things where I'm settling. I had the perfect rug at one point, but then my in-laws came over and their dogs like peed and pooped all over it, and then we didn't clean it right away. And I even got like a rug vacuum, and there was like no turning back. So let's set this rug up, fingers crossed that it's perfect and it looks good. Now I know all the rage right now is I have the pale oak floors, but I actually really love these dark chocolate brown laminate floors that I have in here. It came with the house, and I'm actually happy with the design choice. Yeah, so I'm not the biggest fan. I'm definitely not the biggest fan of the rug. Okay, I have this stupid and crazy idea. What if we flip this rug? So that's what I'm gonna do. Wow, guys, am I smart or am I smart? I'm so happy with this. Like, I could totally catch this vibe. Look. Before it was dark, it looked like a throwaway rug. Now, I mean, this is not ideal, but look. A 13 by 13 rug for under $300. You're not gonna find that anywhere. You're not, and I've looked. Minimum like $800 or $900 for this size. Like the Arvin Milano, Nina Takesh, all the like cute designer brands that make the rugs. Way out of my budget, you know what I'm saying? Especially this is like the third rug I've had in 3 years. I've been in this home. We bought this house like 3 years ago. This is the third one in 3 years, which is ridiculous. It's because of these dogs, you know? I want to show you all the vintage treasures that I got for the upstairs bathroom so that you can like catch the vibe. And if you look at this mood board, this is what I'm kind of going for, like a vintage 90s retro, and a lot of the really, I wanted like oxblood lacquered stool, and it's out of my budget. Like all the nice designers, they're thousands and thousands, you know? So I'm glad I'm going with mixed metals. Okay, so I said we're gonna do some mixing metals, and I just wanted to show you how I'm gonna mix metals and my approach, because some fixtures were bought a long time ago, some were bought more recently, and then my style has definitely evolved. So on the top shelf, this is like my 90s tiled shelf moment. We have the golds and the neutrals. I have this. This is kind of trendy. I don't know, I don't like super trendy items, but yeah, I bought that. So it's gonna go up there. And we have some soaps, some like room smeller things. I forget what these oil things are called. Perfumes, Amouage Guidance. This smells so good, you guys. If you want, like, the perfume's kind of expensive, but the lotion's a little bit cheaper. Okay, so then on this side, we have all the gold fixtures. This side is all gold, but I just want to show. Remember I was gonna do like an interesting tile in the niche? I'm so glad I kept it monochromatic. It just kind of like gives you less visual noise, and that's definitely more my style. Okay, so picture this. The puttiness of the tile paired with chrome, right? That's gonna look really good, these chrome faucets. They were a little more than the other one, but I like it because it doesn't have that extra lever that you push. It just has this little knob. So we got the chrome faucets. Then we have this, which is like my first ever Temu purchase. I don't know, will Temu still be advertising and shipping to us for cheap? I don't know, I really don't care. And then we have these chrome. These are sterling silver, guys. I thrifted these for so cheap, like a 30 or 40 bucks, and these are sterling silver. Love them. Then for lighting, now you guys are probably gonna hate this lighting. I almost don't even know if I like it, but I have this. So I'm gonna have 3 of these. And these kind of have like an Art Deco vibe because you can see the little flowers, the silver flowers. These are actually from Home Depot. So I have 3 of these to hang in front of the mirror like this. It has like a chrome base to tie into the chrome. Things I have are these, which I got on Facebook Marketplace. Look how pretty. I did this mirror, which is totally like vintage, right? Got this mirror tray. Thrifted this little cute copper piece. Okay. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I have some other little knickknacks and stuff. Originally, I used to love this travertine, but now to me it's more beigey, and I prefer like a cool putty colorway. So, I mean, you can see the difference between beige and greige. You see the difference? Beige, greige. Beige, greige.
Just pulled up to the house. Don't feel like getting out. I'ma just lay back and cry.
And you know what's another tip? The larger you go, the more expensive your home looks. Okay, so ever since I moved to Central California, my dark spots have gotten so bad, you guys. Like when I was in San Francisco, the fog, the overcast, it really preserved my skin. And over the past 3 years, my melasma's gotten super bad, and I stopped making my own skincare products. I used to make everything. I had licorice root, mandelic acid, retinol powder, hydroquinone. I had everything, and I just pretty much stopped because it's kind of labor intensive and the ingredients go bad. You have to really like clean your surroundings. You can't get it on your fingers, blah, blah, blah. So I was using muesli forever, and it kind of stopped working because sometimes you got to switch up your skincare ingredients. Like you can see dark spots here, dark spots here, dark spots here. A couple months ago, I purchased Remedy by Dr. Shah. And I'm gonna go over the ingredients. If you guys are suffering from melasma, like people with olive skin usually suffer. We don't get a lot of wrinkles and fine lines, but we definitely get a lot of dark spots. If you're suffering, let me tell you what this has. Mandelic acid, kojic, glutathione, licorice root, tranexamic acid, niacinamide. It's got all the heavy hitters. I haven't noticed an immense change, and when you put it on, it doesn't really burn or sting like Obagi or some of the stronger products may do. So I like to use my own retinoic acid cream at 5% and mix it with this. I still have a lot of dark spots, you guys, but just keep it up. At this point, you got to try everything under the kitchen sink, and this has all the ingredients. So I recommend it. It's like 40 bucks. You're not stuck with a prescription plan like muesli. I like muesli a lot, but you're not supposed to use it in the daytime, but it's super overcast. You're supposed to just put it on at night. But Remedy by Dr. Shah, give it a try. With all those ingredients, one of them has to target and help. You know what I'm saying? The licorice root, the mandelic acid, the kojic, the niacinamide, the retinol. So anyways, I can't really say if I see a big difference after only 1 month of the Remedy, but yeah, I'd say I see a little bit of a brightening. But for 40 bucks, you can't beat it. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to mention that in case any of you guys are struggling my age. I'm already 48. My dark spots. I don't really like to wear makeup, but I'm at the age where it's like I look so much better with makeup. I would say like 5-6 years ago, I was golden, but now the discoloration is really starting to come out. I would like to get like a CO2 peel, but it's so invasive. There's a lot of downtime, and I just don't have the time to like sit up and heal and be out of the public. You know, I have to pick kids up from school, errands, grocery shopping. I gotta do all the things, girl. So I can't just lay up for beauty treatments. Hey guys, stay tuned for this Sunday because I think the bathroom reveal will be finished. I may not have the cover plates, but I'll have the sinks, the LED, the lighting. So thanks for following along if you stayed this far in the video, and I will see you next time.